Imagine how incredible it would be to have an email list with over 100,000 engaged subscribers on it, and all you had to do was put together an offer and send out an email to make a boatload of money. Now imagine that you don't even need 100,000 email subscribers, and that with just 10,000 subscribers on an email list and a few emails over the course of a weekend, you could make over $100,000. Now, that's real. That's actually what we did with our first course at Laptop Empires. And, 10,000 might seem like an incredibly large list for you today, but you can get there. You just have to start with one email subscriber and build up and get your first 100, then your first 1,000, your first 10,000. And today I want to show you my top 3 ways to start building that email list and get your first 1,000 subscribers. Let's go. Howdy and welcome to the Laptop Empire Show. I'm your host, Mike Yonda, and you're here because you want to know the best way to start growing your email list. And that's exactly what we're going to show you today. By the end of this video, you're going to know my top 3 ways for growing your email list. And these are the same strategies that we're using today at Laptop Empires. And they're the strategies that I've been using for years to help dozens of clients build email lists with tens of thousands of members on those. People that trust them, want to open every email, read every piece of content or watch every piece of content and buy whatever it is that they have to offer. So stick around to the end to make sure you can learn these 3 strategies. Before we get started, let me know if growing your email list is a priority in your business. If it is, go ahead and type "grow my list" in the comments. And if you're really feeling out there and a little outgoing, let me know what you're doing to grow your list. Now, the first thing we're going to do in this video is I'm going to show you the tools that you need to actually start growing your email list. And then from there, we'll start talking about the actual strategies, like the how do you grow it after you have those tools in place. Now, if you really want to dig into this, I've put together a PDF guide called The Top 3 Ways to Grow Your Email List. And you can get that down in the description of this video. And it's going to walk you through everything that we talk about in this video, but a little bit more detail, and it's going to give you links to all the things we talk about. That way you don't have to go back and watch this video again. You'll just have this great resource that you can go back to and be able to start building your list and know exactly what to do. It's a nice reference for you. So let's go ahead and dive into it. The first thing that you're going to need if you're going to build an email list is you need some sort of software that's going to contain your list. You need that email marketing software. Now, if you're just getting started, MailChimp is a great free way that you can start building your list. It's actually free up to the first 2,000 people that join your list. It is not my favorite email marketing software. I'm going to be upfront about that, and I'll tell you my favorite here in a second. But if you're just getting started and you don't really have money to burn, then it's a great way that you can start figuring out, is an email list, am I going to be able to keep up with an email list for my blog or my YouTube channel or whatever? And it's a great way for you to dip your toes into email marketing without putting any money into it. All right. The other great thing about this with MailChimp is that you can build your landing pages, those little web pages where you capture the information, where you get their name and email, that's built into the software. Once again, it's not my favorite way to do this, but if you don't have a website yet, or you don't have some sort of landing page builder, you can kind of do this all in one with MailChimp, and it's completely free. And I will just say, it's the only reason that I'm mentioning this is because it's completely free. And if you're just getting started out, I want you to be able to have a great way to get started and not have price be a barrier to you starting and taking action, okay? But if you want to know the best things to use, here's what I recommend. Number 1 is ActiveCampaign. This is the email service that we use for Laptop Empires and that I use for my personal email list. Highly recommend it. What's great about ActiveCampaign is not only is it very simple to use right out of the gate, it's one of the most affordable paid options in the early days when you have few subscribers, but it grows into one of the more powerful platforms that are out there. There's a whole bunch of alternatives out there, and you can go look at any of them, and they all have their pros and cons. But what I love about ActiveCampaign is that it starts small and you can grow into it, and you can eventually use their advanced automations, the broadcasting, the tagging, the integration with advertising. There's so many different things that you can do with it. But for as little as $9 per month, you can send emails and build a list up to 500. And I think that's super affordable. And I would rather that you start with the tool that you're going to use use for the rest of your business career from the beginning and learn it inside and out from the beginning and grow with it, which is what you can do with ActiveCampaign. Instead of using something like MailChimp, you use it for free, then you outgrow it, you want to upgrade. Now you have to relearn something new, recreate all your sequences, all of that kind of stuff. So ActiveCampaign is an incredible option to go with. For landing pages, we use Clickfunnels, and Clickfunnels is my favorite, hands down my favorite landing page builder, but it can do so much more. And if you want to know more about Clickfunnels, you can actually watch this video. I've got this other video here, and it's a complete walkthrough on how to use Clickfunnels. So you can watch that video tutorial on how to build landing pages on Clickfunnels. I mean, you can watch it and just follow me, click the buttons, be able to use it. If you want to know more about Clickfunnels, then I've got this review here, and you can actually click on this review and you can learn all about its features, the pricing, all the things you can do with it, and it even compares a little bit to some of the other options that are available to you. It's my favorite one. I highly recommend it. But if you want to do your research, learn how to use it, and get a good solid review and learn about the features and the pricing, check out these resources. Now, if you decide you want to go down that way, also check in the description. I've got an affiliate link for you, but if you use our affiliate link, you're going to get a 14-day free trial, and I'm going to send you a whole bunch of bonus resources, including my best performing list building funnel. It's the one that I've been perfecting for over 5 years, converts crazy high, like 50 to 75% of the traffic, and I'm talking cold traffic that we send to it. It works really well. So as you can see, I'm a big believer in Clickfunnels. I'm a big believer in ActiveCampaign. Those are the tools that I would recommend. And if you've got a landing page builder, whether it's your WordPress website, it's the native one inside of MailChimp, or you're using something like Clickfunnels, then you're going to be able to capture those emails, and then you'll have that email marketing software like ActiveCampaign so you can send content to people. All right. So those are the tools that you need in place. Once you have those tools in place, it's time to start building your list. And to do that, you need a great offer. Now, we use Canva to build all of our lead magnets because it's totally free. It's very easy to use, drag and drop. You can import your own images. They have templates that you can use. So you can choose the social media platform. You can choose, if you want to make a certain type of PDF or presentation, and you can use these graphic templates to build really beautiful guides right out of the gate. And you don't have to be artsy. You don't have to be super tech savvy. Believe me, I'm not. And you can create incredible guides. So once you have that tool, Canva, you can create your offer, and the easiest offers that you can create are going to be these simple PDFs, things like guides, checklists, cheat sheets. They're just going to be little documents that you're going to put together that are going to be very easy to consume. They're going to help the other person on the other end of your content, whether it's a podcast, a video, or a blog. It's going to help them find a solution or take an action to get a solution. So this is a really good example, right? You're watching my video here and you want to learn how to start growing your email list. So you're watching this video. I'm laying it all out for you. But like I said earlier, if you go into the description, you can download my guide on the top 3 ways to grow your email list. And when you go in there, it's going to have all of these tools and resources that we mentioned, like ActiveCampaign, Clickfunnels, and Canva, and they're all going to be linked in there. It's going to tell you how to use them, what they're used for, and then it's going to share those strategies. So the strategies that I'm about to break down to actually grow your email list, like creating these offers and the best kind of offers to create, and then how you present those offers and get those offers out into the world. It's going to show all of that information. And so you can connect with the person that's consuming your content and say, if you want to learn more, or if you want this information in a nice, easy to reference way, then download this thing, right? And that's what I'm doing right now, right? You're watching my video, go get my guide. You won't regret it. All right. Now let's talk about these 3 best ways to start growing your email list. And these are very simple ones that you can start with today, even if you have no experience, you're just getting rolling, okay? So the first one, my easiest favorite way to start building your email list is transcriptions. If you're a content creator and you're creating YouTube videos or podcasts like I do, or maybe you're a blogger and you're creating these great written articles, you're creating content, and a great way to get email lists is to create a transcription of those things that people can download to reference later. So it's very easy for me to take this video and send it to something called rev.com, and for $1 per minute, they will actually transcribe the whole thing into written content. And you can do the same thing with your podcasts. Now, if you take that content and you put it into written form and you turn it into a nice PDF using Canva or PowerPoint or something like that, and you put titles and you you bullet point and you split it all up into sections, all the stuff that you covered in the video or your podcast, you're making it really easy for them to consume and make it easier for them to come back and reference it. And so podcasts are a really good example. Most people are listening to podcasts on their commute, in their car, or when they're out and about, when they're at the grocery store, whatever it may be. So they're not in a place where they can write things down. But if they're able to then download that guide and get that printout version or have it up on their screen where they can easily reference that material later, you're making it better for them. You're making it easy for them, and people are going to download that. They're going to give up their email and join your list to get that information. And you can do the same thing with your blog post too. You might be thinking, how would I transcribe a blog post? It's written. But what you can do is you can take that blog post and say, don't have enough time to read this entire article right now. Enter your email below and we'll send this article directly to your inbox so that you can read it at a time that's convenient for you. Now, the second way to grow your email list is checklists and guides, right? This is the next kind of offer. And this, everybody loves how-to content, right? Right now you're watching how to grow your email list. I'm giving you the best ways to grow your email list. People want to know how to do things. They want to have instructions. So if you can take information and you can break it down into a checklist of a process of how to achieve something, so they can just go like a recipe and just go check, 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 1, 2, 3, ABC, and follow those steps to be able to do what it is that you're teaching them, that's going to be super valuable. You can also put in guides that maybe go more in depth. For example, if I was writing a blog post about how to grow your email list using Facebook ads, I might have a guide that I put together that's a video of me walking them through step by step how to create the ad and what buttons to push. And that would be a great content upgrade, right? So it's giving them a little bit more, taking things to the next level, showing them in more depth how to do the thing that you were just teaching them to do in this piece of content. The important thing with your checklist guides, or really any of these lead magnets, is you want to make sure that it's relevant to the piece of content that you're creating. So in this video, I'm talking to you about how to start growing your email list. So if I went and offered you a guide on how to create great YouTube videos, that wouldn't make sense. That's not what you're here for. It's not what you're interested in. So you need to make sure that what you're providing is a continuation or allows them to take the next step from the content they're watching or reading or listening to right in that moment. And number 3 is weekly useful content. This one is super simple and it's not like my favorite thing long term, but if you're just trying to get started, it's a great way to start. And if you're a content creator, you should be consistently putting out one useful piece of content every week at a bare minimum. So here on the YouTube channel, we're putting out 1 video per week. On the podcast, we've been putting out 2 podcast episodes per week. Right now, we're putting out 1 blog post per week, but we're going to be moving to 2 to 3 per week over time. But as long as you're putting out at least 1 good piece of useful content every week, you can go ahead and ask your readers to join your email list to make sure they don't miss out on any of that content. This is all you have to do. Hey, reader or viewer, if you liked this video and you want to learn more about building your online business, then please make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Y'all should go do that right now. And then go into the description, download my guide, and join my email newsletter. Every week, I'm going to send you personalized emails with our latest content from this YouTube channel so that you never miss a single one and you can learn how to build your own online business. That's it. Now, this isn't the best way in the world to go and build your email list. Just asking somebody, hey, sign up for me to send you emails. That's not always the best value proposition. That's not always worth that email, but it's a great quick way to start if you haven't done anything yet. And remember, that's what we're talking about here. How do we get those first email subscribers? How do we get this ball rolling so you can eventually have 1,000, 2,000, 10,000, 100,000 people on your email list? But you got to start somewhere. And so start by inviting them to get these personalized emails from you with your latest content, and then go and build your guide. Build a piece of content. This guide that I'm talking about that you can download today in the description, I built it just for this video. So if you've got a really great blog post or a really great video, you can create a guide that actually goes with that piece of content that's super relevant, and they're more likely to download because they're interested in that video or that blog post, whatever it may be. Now, I'm sure there's somebody watching this video and they're like, okay, Mike, it sounds good, but I only have like 3 email subscribers. Like, how can I even get there? And look, we all start somewhere, right? Everybody had a list of 0 at one point. You had to download the software, you had to get started. But this is something that you need to start as soon as you can. I think one of the biggest regrets of content creators and business, just entrepreneurs in general, is that they didn't start their email list sooner. So don't worry about how many people are on your list. Keep in mind that every person on your list, they're not just a subscriber, they're not just a number. They are a real person that likes you and wants to hear more from you and wants to learn from you. So speak to that person. Help that person, because you don't need a massive list to make an impact or even to make money. You just need to work on helping the person on the other end. And even if you can just impact and help that one person, you're going to help them get results. They're going to tell people about your email list. They're going to bring you new subscribers. They're going to become your biggest fan. And so you never know. You might only have 10 people on your list, but maybe one of those people, really has a lot of influence and they like what you're doing and they tell other people about it. And next thing you know, you're getting a flood of new email subscribers at that person's recommendation. So you've got your top 3 ways, the different, offers that you can create to get people to join your list, but how you actually get them to take that action. The first step is just providing good content. You need good videos, good content in the videos or good blog posts or whatever it may be. But the next step is you have to ask. You have to create that call to action. And so what I really like you to do is when you go through content, have a hook, really get them engaged, show them what you've taught them already and how you can help them more, and then tell them what the next step that you want them to take is. As an example, you could say something like, in this video, I showed you the top 3 ways to get email subscribers and the tools that you need in order to start building your email list. But if you go into the description below this video, I've actually put together a great PDF guide for you that lists all of the tools mentioned in this video, all of the resources that we mentioned, and breaks down what you need to do and how to use those 3 methods. Using that guide, you'll be able to get your first 100 email subscribers and be well on the way to start growing your email list to infinity and beyond. Yeah, that was super cheesy. All I need you to do now is I need you to click that link, enter your email, and we'll deliver it directly to your inbox. But see, that's the important thing there, that call to action at the end. If you don't tell them what to do, if you just say, hey, I have a guide in the description, or you say, I have a guide, go ahead and download it, whatever, they're not going to do it. You need to tell people exactly what you want them to do. I want you to pause this video, go in the description, click the link, download the guide, enter your email and download that guide, and then I want you to go put it into action, right? So if you're on a podcast, you're like, hey, in these show notes, click here, go get that guide. If you're in an article and you're saying you want to learn more about this, click here to download the video training we put together. Tell them what to do. By telling people exactly what to do, you're going to greatly increase your chances that they are actually going to take that action. And that's it. That's my top 3 ways to start growing your email list today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please make sure, right now, go ahead and subscribe to the YouTube channel. We'd really appreciate it if you subscribed, and it's going to make sure that you get all of our content, which comes out every week on Tuesday, and is going to help you grow your online business. When you hit subscribe, also make sure you hit that little bell notification thing, because what that's going to do is it's actually going to send you a notification on YouTube when the video goes live. That way you know it's there, right? It's going to be much easier for you to find and you're not going to miss a thing. Once you've subscribed and you've hit the bell, please give the video a like if you did like it, and comment below. Let me know what questions you have about growing your email list. If you've got an idea for an offer that you want to use to grow your list and you want me to critique it, just comment below and I will go ahead, take a look at it, and let you know what I think, help you to make sure that you've got a great offer so you can start growing your email list. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Laptop Empire Show. See you next week.